Sis, boom, bah, sis, boom, bah. Yes, I am here to cheer you on today. Yesterday, I came on live and I talked about the amazing mamas out there. And today, I'm here to encourage pastors, ministers, lay ministers. That means they may not be paid financially for what they're doing. Let's see, missionaries, come on, you name it, Reverend. I'm here to talk to you today and to encourage you today because you know what? You deserve to be encouraged. It makes me sad when I think about the fact that there's over 1,000 different pastors in a month that walk away from what they're doing. They walk away from the ministry. So either they weren't called, which I have a hard time believing that there's over 1,000 that walk away every month that weren't called or chosen for that, or they're burning out. So I think being a pastor myself, something that I need to remind myself of a lot is number one, the work I'm doing, I was chosen to do. I believe, I believe it was God ordained and I'm chosen to do it. Number two, I need to be like King David, and stir myself up in the things of God. What does that mean? That means to find those daily affirmations, those daily confessions, and declare them every day, maybe even multiple times. To go and look in that mirror and say, you know what? You are strong, you are brave, you are good looking, you are anointed and appointed. No, I'm serious. You will believe yourself. Another thing that I have to remind myself of is this. The scriptures say that choosing to be a minister, teacher, leader is a good thing, but it is a higher standard. And part of that higher standard means not just a higher level of morality or something like that, but it means that you're on the front lines and that you could end up, sorry, I forgot to turn my ringer off, and that your life, your mistakes, can be displayed before all. So that doesn't mean we're not going to make mistakes, because we all are. But what it really speaks to me about is this: being a minister is not for the weak. Come on. And you need to have what I like to call a duck's back. And when the duck comes up out of the water, it shakes off all that water. And quickly, because of the way their feathers are made, their feathers are dry. You have to have that duck's back and be able to shake those things off. So I have to remember that. Another thing is this: ministers, it is okay to not be okay, and it is okay to be human. It's okay. And sometimes I think we forget that. And we think we have to be perfect all the time. Somebody's going to judge us because we're not. You know what I mean? Like, we can't be human. We can't make a mistake. And boy, that puts you under pressure, because there's only one that achieved that level of greatness. Come on. And that one is not me. And come on, it is not you. So it is okay to be human. A number of years ago, I started searching for a counselor type person that I could go to and speak to, not because of all my problems, although so what? I have those too. But that somebody that I could vent to, somebody that I could talk to, somebody that I could just be plain old Pamela, right? Because as pastors, and ministers in general, we end up being the counselor, we end up being the encourager, we end up being the corrector sometimes. And sometimes carrying all of that, the hurts of the people, the challenges they go through, and even the hurts that are sometimes caused to us. We need a safe place to go where we can be human and get encouragement. So I want to challenge you. Do you have that place of security, that person that will listen to you? Do you have them? And maybe it's a group. I now have a group that I am so blessed to meet with. every 6 to 8 weeks or something like that with Patrick Norris and Reading Revival. Make sure you look him up. And then the other thing is, Les Brown says OQP, only quality people. Find that front line, that first line, right? Of those people that are like-minded to you, that will lift you up and encourage you, and that you'll be that iron sharpening iron with, right? Oh, this is important. And so, and for everybody else, I guess I want to end on this note. Do you pray for your pastors, or are they just praying for you? Who do you know in your life or in your circumference that is out there in the field of ministry? Pray for them. Put them on your checklist to pray for them every day, because they are doing the Lord's work. That's what they're doing. Pray that they can stand strong. Pray that they hear clearly. Pray that they love unconditionally, and accept them as one that is called for the position they hold. But you take that position or that office and you peel it away, that person is still a person. I don't know why I said person twice. That man or woman is still a person with challenges, things they're celebrating. And that man or woman will need your grace, will need your strength throughout their days. So don't be so quick to judge them. And I say this pastor to pastor, rev to rev, Don't be so hard on each other. None of us are perfect. I would love to say that when you came into my home that I would absolutely emulate everything I want to. And I'm working on that. But I'm still a person. I'm still a human being. And I think sometimes, because the scriptures talks about being held to that higher level of accountability, we can be so quick to judge somebody else because they are a man or woman of the cloth, or a man or woman in ministry. And we can be so quick to have expectations of them that exceed where they should be. Some of the most mighty men and women that I have known in the ministry have had a lot of inner struggles that many people never knew about, and that really caused great pain to them throughout their life because they didn't know who to talk to about it. And I also want to say, some of these amazing, great men and women that I have known of, you know what? They're just as human and normal as you and me. So I am here to uplift the ministers today. Be strong, be courageous, stir yourself up, pray. If you pray in other tongues, then do that. Declare the great things, the dreams that you have in your heart from heaven, and find your support system. And for the rest of us, whoever those ministers are in your life, I challenge you to lift them up, send them a text, and just tell them you love them. You don't have to say anything else. Send them a little verbal message, an audio message of letting them hear your voice and pray, and hearing you pray for them, or just saying, I appreciate you. It'll go a long way encouraging them as they continue their walk of faith, which is in the area of serving you and I. All right. God bless you. Remember to continue to be the salt and the light everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. Love you all. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share. Oh, and tonight, I almost forgot, and I wanted to say that. Thank you for reminding me. My radio broadcast on Envision is on at 7 o'clock this evening on Envision at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I've posted it all over, so you can go and you can click on the link and you can just go there. And you don't want to miss tonight's guest. Mr. Barry Overton. You are going to be so blessed. I'm not going to ramble on anymore, but an amazing man of integrity, quite a story, an incredible motivational speaker, and you are going to be so inspired and charged at the end. So if you can check that out, check it out. Otherwise, you can catch the replay podcast, Spotify, iTunes, all of that. You know, I will post that information as well. But anyways, have a great day. Blessings. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.